guys, it's Nicole and welcome to Nicole's Full Circle. Listen, I am so glad you decided to stop by to see what I'm cooking up for tonight's dinner. Alright, let's get to cooking. Alright, so here are the ingredients that we need. It's so simple and quick. Let's see what we have. Alright, so as far as our ingredients goes for this meal, we are going to be needing some Texas toast. We have some heavy cream, half and half. We have some pure vanilla extract, ground cinnamon, butter of course, eggs, and that's what we need for as far as the French toast goes. That's it. It's that simple. As far as our chicken goes, I keep it really simple. And because I'm going to be putting the chicken in the air fryer, I'm not going to be doing too much seasoning to it, but just enough for it. So I'm simply using some smoked paprika, some chopped garlic, roasted garlic, black pepper, turmeric, and some soul food seasoning, and of course the chicken. You can choose to use whatever chicken you prefer. I just love chicken wings. So let's get started. All right, so you want to make sure that you are seasoning your chicken as little or as much as you would like. If you know me by now, you pretty much know that I very rarely use direct measurements, especially when I'm seasoning stuff. So just throw on however much you think is good enough for the amount of chicken that you have. Now, I could have put on gloves, and if I was doing a catering order or a pickup order for one of my customers, then yes, I would have definitely had on gloves. However, because I'm cooking for my family and myself, my hands are clean. I know my hands are clean. Now, what I like to do is, especially whenever I'm seasoning chicken, I like to do what I call a double seasoning. Once I'm done doing my first coat of seasoning, I mix the chicken up like how I'm doing right here. And I'm actually going to go back in for the second time and add a little bit more seasoning to the chicken. And I do this just to make sure that the seasoning is being evenly distributed throughout the whole pieces of chicken. I don't know about you, but I love a nice seasoned chicken. All right, so now that my chicken has been seasoned well, I am now going to put the chicken in the air fryer. And I typically cook my chicken in the air fryer. If I have wings, I'm only doing about maybe 5 or 6 wings. I cook it in the air fryer for about 20 minutes. But what I do is I go in and halfway through at 10 minutes, I actually take the chicken out and I actually flip it over. Put it back in for the remaining 10 minutes so that way both sides can get a nice little crisp on it. All right, wings are in the air fryer. They're good to go. Let's get on to making this batter for this French toast. You're going to want to have about 8 eggs. Drop your eggs in. Let's add in some cinnamon. And what I usually do is once I have my eggs and cinnamon in, that is when I actually start the mixing process. I let that mix for a couple of seconds and then I'm going to go ahead and go in and add my heavy cream. After the heavy cream, we'll go in and add some of the half and half. All right, once we have the half and half in there, we're going to want to go ahead and pour in our vanilla extract. And last but not least, I always save this particular ingredient for last. I am going to add in my butter. And this is one of the reasons why I love using the butter in a tub. It's because the butter is already softened. And you don't have to worry about, trying to go melt the butter. And you really want the butter to kind of stay in your batter. That way it can kind of develop what I call butter air pockets. All right. Now that our batter is nice and mixed, this is what your batter should look like. You should see some clumps of butter within your batter. Put a nice heavy coating of butter on your grill or your griddle or pan. Whatever you're going to use, this is going to make sure that your sides of your toast are actually brown on both sides. Throw some butter on there, put a heavy coating on there, and we're going to let that sit on there for a couple of seconds, just to the point to where we see the butter starting to brown. Now, once your butter starts to bubble up and it's browning a little bit, then you know it's time for us to go ahead and dip our bread in this batter and toss them toast on that grill. Do you see that butter on that toast? Those were the butter air pockets I was talking about. That butter is going to set in while it's cooking on the grill. When we flip it, you're going to notice how nicely brown your toast is, and you're going to taste the butter when you eat your toast. Once you have your toast on your grill, don't touch it. Let it sit there for about 2 to 3 minutes before you actually go in and flip it over. Look how nice the brownness is on that toast. It's almost perfected toast. I just love looking at it. And I'm telling you, it's because of the butter air pockets that are in the batter. All right. They've been flipped. They're ready to go. Now we can go ahead and throw them on the plate. I use powdered sugar on top of my French toast. It's optional, and that is the reason why I did not include it in the ingredients list, because it's optional. Some people like powdered sugar on their French toast, some don't. I personally, and my kids, my husband, we love powdered sugar on our French toast, and I actually go heavy on it. All right, and there you have it. Our food has been plated. You can now sit down and enjoy your chicken and French toast. All right, let's go eat, and I will see you guys later.